A house that looks straight out of a Pottery Barn catalogue, a well-paying job, an excellent physique, a tight-knit family. Some people seem to have it all. Sarah is one of them. Her perfectionism came from a tiger mom who never allowed mediocrity. Sarah's mother was a strict parent who demanded straight A's and envisioned a career for Sarah as soon as she was born. Sarah was going to be a surgeon, an astronaut, and the first female president of the country. Although Sarah didn't become any of the three, she started her own successful business venture. A few months ago, a failed business move cost her millions of dollars, and she may lose her house if things don't look up. Nevertheless, she continued swiping her credit card to book flights to exotic destinations with her family every other weekend. After all, she had to prove to her mother and show all her school bullies that she had made it. She was not going to let her children feel how she once did, insecure and jealous of classmates who had nice things that her parents couldn't afford. Unfortunately, Sarah feels more like her childhood self than ever before in her adult life. Whenever she checks her Instagram and sees pictures of her friends' lavish lifestyles, she feels the need to one-up them to combat her overwhelming insecurity. And at this rate, constantly comparing her life with others will cost Sarah her joy, sanity, and paychecks. Talk back to your inner critic. It's not possible to be good at everything, let alone the best. Setbacks and failures are a part of life, and sometimes you just have to pick yourself up and start afresh. However, insecurities and the need to maintain an image may drive you to make bad decisions. For instance, Sarah was so afraid her neighbours and peers would notice that she had lost her money that she was ready to go into debt. Some financial psychologists call this phenomenon keeping up with the Joneses. Here, people overspend, sometimes to the point of bankruptcy, to keep up their show of wealth and compete with others. So if you find yourself comparing your life to your neighbours, co-workers, friends, or Instagram models, first figure out whether it's your inner critic that is pressurizing you. Like Sarah, you may have grown up with a critical parent who pushed you to become the best. Perhaps you were bullied as a kid and are now compensating for your childhood insecurities. Either way, you may be oversensitized to what others think about you and live in a distorted reality. In fact, people probably don't think about you that much. So forgive your mistakes and treat yourself with kindness. Let yourself know that you had an unfair childhood that lacked encouragement and acceptance. Be the person you needed, someone to defend you and tell you that you are enough. Fight back the inner critic. Number 2, social media detox. What am I doing with my life? You wonder as you double tap pictures of old classmates holidaying at scenic beaches and showing off their engagement rings. While you're struggling to balance your work, regular chores and social life, people seem to be finding love, climbing up the corporate ladder, drinking detox green juices and going for yoga classes. Studies after studies have proven that too much exposure to social media can be toxic to your self-esteem. After all, you start comparing the highlight reels featuring the best part of someone's life to your behind the scenes. For instance, if you visit Sarah's Instagram page, you will only see her enjoying herself. Even when she was successful, you may have never thought Sarah had a problematic childhood. And now that she is struggling, you still see her vacation photos and not the piling bills and sleepless nights. Unfortunately, it may be hard for some people to remind themselves that social media is not the reality, especially when it constantly reminds you of what you don't have that other people do. So, don't hesitate to identify and unfollow pages that make you feel bad about yourself. Slowly and gradually, start limiting your time on social media. For instance, you can shut off your phone during family dinners or 1 hour before going to bed. And if you're up for the challenge, you can observe a social media fast for a week or on the weekends. Channel all that time and energy into appreciating the blessings in your life. Number 3, practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude should not be reserved for the Thanksgiving holidays. You can make it a lifestyle. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology indicates that counting your blessings daily could improve your immunity, mood, self-esteem, empathy for others, and much more. Some people enjoy maintaining an elaborate daily journal to jot down everything they are thankful for. However, you can be as brief as you want. Why not start by simply naming 5 things you like about your life as soon as you wake up? Anyhow, this is a great habit you can adopt to replace your morning routine of checking up on others on your phone. Similarly, you can fight the urge to watch reruns of your favourite show while eating your breakfast. Instead, focus on the different flavours, textures and aromas with each bite. The key is to appreciate the little but amazing things you once took for granted. Number 4. Celebrate others. Feeling envious of a sibling who just bought a new house? Feeling left behind because your best friend is getting married while you have just got back from your 3rd failed Tinder date? Remember that others' achievements do not take away from our successes. And while there's no way to stop feeling bitter altogether, you can make an effort to fight the green monster and congratulate them instead. It's sure to brighten up their day, and there's a good chance that they will return the favour when it's your time to shine. Anyhow, you are sure to feel good about yourself by uplifting others. And when you start radiating good energy, people will notice you for your positive attributes, such as integrity, kindness and honesty. Think about it, wouldn't you want to be known for being a good person rather than for your superficial qualities? Number 5. Make a team. As the saying goes, a flower does not think of competing with the flower next to it, it just blooms. Life is not a competition, we are all just surviving. You are a human being who is trying your best to survive and lead a good life, and so is the person you often compare yourself to. So, instead of seeing them as competition, why not team up and ask them for advice? Maybe you admire, and sometimes resent them, for having a lot of friends. Compliment and ask them, how do you do it? They may be able to help you overcome your social anxiety or introduce you to new people. Perhaps you envy their yoga body and want to get fit yourself. Maybe you can join them for a morning jog or ask for healthy recipe ideas. In any case, the only person you have to compete with is yourself. So think about what you can do every day to become better than you were yesterday. Instead of scrolling through social media, use your computer to learn about philosophies through books or our videos.